technically right now I'm in Kaiser, but I'm about to head towards Salem. I'm here in town visiting my kiddo, my daughter and my grandson, who I got to meet last night, and he's perfect. I would definitely show you guys pictures if I had my laptop here and the whole setup, but just know that he's a perfect, beautiful little baby. Little baby. Anyways, yeah, she's at work right now. They're at work. He's at daycare, or he's at grandma's house. I guess that's his daycare. And I'm right now, I think I'm gonna go get some coffee, some morning coffee. I just kind of got into town, and I would love to have some coffee. I should probably buckle up for safety. Watch out for the witches. Yeah, I will. Can't no witch get me out here in Salem. Yeah. The power of Zig compels them. They ain't got no power here. Okay. Dude, I actually was so tired driving earlier. I stopped at the intersection I just crossed. It's got a flashing red light. I'm not from here, but it had a flashing red light, and I literally stopped at the light and waited for it to turn green. And then the car next to me pulls up, stops, and then turns left. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can go. It's a flashing red light. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go to Dutch Bros, dude. If anyone wants to sponsor Dutch Bros for me, that'd be pretty awesome. It's really, really hot today, actually. So after this Dutch Bros, I might actually drive a little bit out of town to get back into the higher elevations, because it's really warm today. Zag can hear you and is tripping out. That's funny. Dave is watching Zag for me while I came into Salem to visit family. So that's pretty funny. She can hear me and is flipping out. Poor puppy. Poor girl. She's like, what is he? I can hear him. So I have a choice. Do I drink a cold canned coffee from the store, or do I drink a cold coffee from Dutch Bros? Decisions. I think I should probably just save the money, huh? Drink this. I'm gonna drink this. Oh, I totally just missed my turn. Whoopsies. I'll dig through the ditches. Burn through the witches. We already burned through all the witches. And if by witches you mean like women with black cats, they are the scariest thing out there. Cat ladies do scare me. Cats don't scare me. Cats are just kind of evil. I saved money by parking next to your motorhome and using your Jenny to run my AC. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's alright. I saved money by siphoning all the gas out of your pickup before I left town. So it makes us even. I honestly have no idea where I'm going right now. I was gonna go to Dutch Bros, but I just cracked this open. So now I'm like, maybe go find a shaded spot to park in. Right now, I actually think I'm in the ghetto, so I need to like not park here. ghetto ain't for me, bro. I'm too pretty for prison and the ghetto. Ooh, a Starbucks. No. 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 Did you know Starbucks lobbied against weed? I feel like that's so asinine to me because, like, weed and coffee go well together. They go so good together. It is warm today in Salem. It's got to be like pushing 90 degrees. No air conditioning in the van either, so you know, I'm just gotta suffer with it. Bro, why are you on my ass? I'm going 5 over. I'll go the speed limit if you really want me to. Right next to this van, then you can't pass either of us. I bet that made Zach flip out. That's funny. Teasing my dog from 3 hours away. Bad dad dog. I'll tell you what the coolest thing about yesterday was when I met Lucas, my grandson. My daughter was like, "There's Grandpa." And yeah, that was the coolest moments of yesterday. That was my favorite part, being called Grandpa. It was neat. That was neat. It was neato. I liked it. I'm so old now. I'm officially one of you guys. One of you. One of you. I'm gonna be getting somewhere soon, and I'll catch up on all the comments I can. Well, here's a park, skate park. Can I park in the shade somewhere here? I don't see no parking spots. Also seems kind of ghetto. There's like homeless tents around, but I don't care about that. I care about shade right now, man, because it's warm out here. I just turned down the wrong road. Why did the GPS just take me in a circle? What is happening? Oh, I can't go left. Or I can't go right here. What the fuck? You're on the fastest route through crypt territory. And go. Yeah, I don't mind crypts that much. I think I can outrun a cripple. It's the bloods, because, you know, they're the scary ones. That's what Wikipedia told me. But yeah, cripples don't scare me, dude. You can barely move around. What are you talking about? You guys want to see where I'm at? I'll show you this. And there's a cop right here. Oh, you're supposed to wait for this guy to cross all the way. That cop didn't wait. Yeah, I think I'm in Salem now. Another cop. Maybe I'm near the cop shop. We here at the capital of Oregon. Going for it. Yeah, boy. Arizona checking in. What's up, El Gato? Cat's in the house, bro. What up, cat? I know a little bit of Spanish. Actually, I just talked to some guy the other day. I heard him talking to, I was getting gas, and I heard him talking to someone else in Spanish, so I asked him where he's from. I asked him where he's from in Spanish. And he tells me he's from Michoacan. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. He's like, where you learn Spanish? And I'm like, I don't know Spanish. I just know a little bit. And he's like, but your pronunciation is so good. And I was actually pretty like, I felt like that was a huge compliment coming from a native speaker telling me that my pronunciation was good. Well, this was supposed to be taking me to a Dutch Bros, but I don't think it did. I think I passed. It says I passed it, but I don't remember seeing it. Do you guys remember seeing a Dutch Bros? Really don't even need the Dutch Bros anymore. Really what I need is a parking lot with shade. Parking lot with shade. Let's go here. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Ignore me. Don't mind my driving. It's just bad, that's all. Out here in the residential area. Oh shit, that's not the turn either. We're out here in the industrial area. It's just very, very hot today out here. Not so hot when you're in the shade, but when you're in the direct sun, man, it's pretty warm. OG dispensary. I wish I could go into a dispensary, but my fucking driver's license is expired. So that's a thing. I'm really hoping that there's like Not exactly sure where I'm at or where I'm going. I'm hoping there's like a parking lot with shade I could park in. Whoa, there's a party going on right there. Like a farmer's market or something on my right. Obviously, the Jehovah's Witnesses are out at the farmer's market with all their brochures. Oh yeah, here's a store. Here's a store. Now let's find the shady side of the store, yeah? Let's find the shade. Oh, there's a park back here too. This might be a decent spot to roll a joint. Oh, there's shade right fucking here. Look at us go, dude. Rock star stuff. Now everyone knows exactly where I am. Don't do a drive-by. Don't do a shooting. Let me go ahead and catch up on comments now that I'm posted up. Actually, it's humid too today, which is worse than just the heat. So the heat and the humidity is not great. Don't forget to smash the like button, you guys. I don't know why you haven't yet. Life is good now. Turn around, park on the street under those trees. I was considering that, dude. I was considering that, but I don't think there was enough shade. I got more shade right here. Turn around and park under those trees back there. Turn around. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up, Uncle Jesus? We just out here in Salem, Oregon, chilling. I'm visiting my grandson. Well, I met my grandson yesterday. Visiting my daughter, and yeah, had a really good visit with him yesterday. Got to meet the dad for the first time. He seems like a good guy, good kid, good dad. Figured I'd come in here and hang out with all you awesome folks. I was gonna go to Dutch Bros and get coffee, but didn't. I got this instead to save some money. And I think I've got a roach back there in the back that I'm gonna bring up here and smoke with y'all. BRB. Passed like 6 stops on the way here. It's wild. We're in the state capital of Oregon here, guys. This is like one of my least favorite cities in Oregon, to be honest with you. Closest camping is like over an hour away, like free camping, unless I want to do like a truck stop or Walmart or something. But to actually post up, yeah, it's about an hour away. Yeah, I'm playing house. Dave's watching my RV. He's watching my dog while I play house. Did I not bring enough phone cords? Oh, here's one. Okay, we're all right. I've got like a smaller version of my stuff here with me. I do the same thing too. Is it still allowed to camp? You're talking about like at Walmart? I don't think so. I don't think you're allowed to camp here at the Walmart. Truck stops are okay. Truck stops are 99% of the time all right, but yeah, I'm camping about an hour and so up into the mountains, into the woods. In fact, my daughter wants to go camping with me on Friday. So we might go camping Friday night. I'm not sure yet. I just still have a bunch of stuff that I got knocked out back at camp. Repairs to the RV and then before we leave, so I do be missing I do be missing 24-hour Walmart, so those were nice. Yeah, those were good times. 24-hour Walmart. I need to get gas too sometime today before I go back to camp. Man, yesterday when I got here and I met my grandson, my daughter was like, "There's Grandpa," and that was like just the coolest experience ever, being Grandpa. I sure wish my dad was here for this too. That'd be cool. And then my daughter actually like pulled out my dad's ashes. She still got some of my dad's ashes, so that was pretty neat. Been an emotional day. Sabertooth says, "Thank you. I head out in October and plan to travel 50 states. Thank you for the advice. Enjoy your trip and happy enjoy 420." Hey, I got advice for Nomad. If you want free camping, there's a couple of options that you could take advantage of. A couple of apps that you could take advantage of. One of them is iOverlander. If you pay for iOverlander, you get you get more access to the app. There's more features available. But if you don't pay for it, it'll still show you free camp spots. If you there's iOverlander. There's also freecampsites.net. It's a website you can go to. It's not managed by the people who own the website anymore. Used to be managed, but now it's just user. iOverlander's like this too, but it's a user-generated database. So, freecampsites.net, iOverlander. Another one's called Dirt. Dirt's pretty good. It'll show you free camp spots. But if you're gonna go visit all 50 states, I can promise you that you're gonna struggle on the East Coast quite a bit with that. The West Coast, you're not gonna have much of an issue, but East Coast will be a struggle, bro. Lucky you being a grandpa at 41. I know, that's true. It turns out, yeah, Dave just brought it up, Dirt app. It turns out that my grandson's dad, his dad, so both of his grandpas are the same age. Like I'm the same age as my I don't know he be what would the two grandpas, paternal and maternal I'm the maternal grandfather, but I wonder what we would be. They're not in-laws. I don't know. I don't think we're anything, but we're the same age. So both of us had kids when we were young, and then our kids had kids when they were young. But you know, it is what it is. El Gato says he was there in spirit. I hope so. I hope he was there. My daughter did pull out my grandfather's or my dad's ashes. She carries them around in a nug jug, which I love that. But yeah, she wants to get a tattoo with his ashes in it because, you know, I did that. I got a tattoo with his ashes in it. And I was like, well, I know a couple of artists. I know an artist in Bend. I know an artist in Sacramento. 3 likes, 6, 7 folks in here, so half of you don't like me. And that makes me sad. If you liked me, you'd hit the like button. If you loved me, you'd donate. You donated coffee or enough to get my license. That would be cool. Just a little emotional blackmail with your live stream, you know what I mean? Okay, bro. Gemini says the parents of the bride and groom are in-laws. Yeah, but they're not married. They had a baby out of wedlock, so you know they're sinners. So if we're not married, I know we'd be in-laws otherwise. But would he be like my? What would he be to me? He would be my brother-in-law, my cousin-in-law. There needs to be a new name for grandparents, maternal and paternal grandparents. Because it ain't cousin, it ain't brother. Maybe like second brother, like second cousins, just in-law. But yeah, they're not married. How's the weather? It is very warm today. Maybe not as warm as Tucson, but today here in Salem, it's like probably about 85. Let me look. It feels about 85 right now. It's refreshing, the weather. Yeah, it feels like 81. It's going to be up to 89 today. Currently feels like 81, but it's also really humid. That's what's messing me up, dude. It's like 57% humidity, which is... That's what's fucking me up. Another cop just rolled by. Elgato says, I'm in Tucson, Arizona in my RV and lost forward gears, but reverse is working like a champ, so only going backwards. I hope you got a really good rear view mirror, bro. Or backup camera. Sounds like you might need a new transmission. I'm not like a rocket surgeon or anything, but I suspect you have a problem with your go motor, with your transmission. Dave says, right, but you would refer to the baby's grandparents on other side as simply in-laws. See, I always pictured, like, if I was talking about my in-laws, I'm talking about my wife's parents, not my daughter's son's grandfather. There's probably not a real name for it, but we should create one. Oh, this dude next to me is coughing in his work truck. I'll bet you he's stoned. Yeah, I know the wife parents is like your parents-in-law, but that's how I referred to my in-laws. It was always my wife's parents, my in-laws. Instead of saying mom-in-law, father-in-law, I just say in-laws. forget what kind of what smoke this is. Oh wait, no, I don't. It's called triple. It's called triple, and it's like 23%. What are you doing in Tucson, Elgato? I like Tucson. Tucson's not so bad. Um, how hot is it there right now? It's gotta be pretty warm in Tuscan. Let's find out. Let's find out what it is in Tuscan, Arizona. 88. Actually, that's not so bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because I know Tucson's at higher elevation, than Phoenix, for example. People think Arizona, they think everything's Phoenix. They don't think about the ski resorts that are in Arizona, or the fact that there's, the Grand Canyon gets snow every winter, and it's at really high elevation. They don't think about that stuff. Nope, they only think of Phoenix. They don't think of Tucson. They don't think of Tombstone. I want to spend more time this winter exploring the Southwest. Hey, I can't drive. I can't drive in reverse. Good job. He must be the world's best backwards driver. And that's hot weather, bad boys. What are you gonna do? Enjoy the weather. Sabretooth, where are you from? Is that your favorite prehistoric animal? I've always kind of hated that word, prehistoric. Really, if you dissect that word, it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Prehistoric. What does that mean? Because history is before right now, right? So what is prehistory? Prehistoric. Before now again. Double before now. Everything before now, but before that. That doesn't even fucking make sense. It's like preheating an oven. How do you do that? How do you make an oven hot before it gets hot? That doesn't, pre-recording. George Carlin covered most of these, but George Carlin was like, when else are you going to record something? Afterwards? This program was pre-recorded. Well, no shit. You could just say this program was recorded. We know it happened before. Same with prehistoric. That word's always driven me nuts. How's something prehistory? What? Before the Big Bang? That's prehistoric. Anyways, saber-toothed cats are pretty cool. Oh, it's funny. Snow sounds nice, though. Michigan, yes it is. Oh, you're in Michigan. I really, really liked the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I went there, was it last year or year before that? I think it might have been the year before that. Maybe it was last year. Shit, I don't remember. Anyways, I loved it there in the summer. I don't think I'd like it there in the snow. I'm kind of over the snow. Grew up in the snow. Don't want the snow. Don't like the snow. Over it. But Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the summertime, if you haven't been there, highly recommend. You can eat pasties all day, and you can buy fresh caught cooked or fresh caught smoked trout for nothing, for $5 caught that morning, $5, and it's already cooked and ready to go. You could buy some crackers with it. You can get yourself some pasties, and food there is cheap. But also the weed in Michigan, dude, yes, top notch. Oregon and Michigan, I think, have the two best markets in the country that I've seen so far. Not just the best market, whereas the quality of the weed's really good, but also the price of the weed's really good. You guys know what I need? I need a haircut. Man. This is getting retarded. I'm not about it. Not a fan. I'm about to shave my own head. I might do that when I get back. Because a haircut, a good haircut's $50 after tip. It's $40 plus tip, and that just bugs me. I like to give a good tip, but $50 haircut. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna just shave my own damn head. Did I lose my chat? Let's find out. No. No, I didn't. You guys just don't like talking. Okay, maybe I did. Hold on. This is some harsh ass weed, dude. Sabertooth says, never been, lived here all my life. Or I've lived here for a long time. For a change of environment, it's okay. Michigan just got a lot more weed stores. How's Florida doing after that weather? $30 haircut in Michigan. I don't know how Florida's doing. I'm on the other side of the country. I haven't heard about Florida weather, to be completely honest with you. That's the problem with news these days. Used to be that you would go find the news, right? Like, you picked the newspaper that you wanted to read and you watched the channel that you wanted to watch. Maybe you had several options that you picked from, but that was the way we consumed news before. Now, the news finds you. We aren't news shopping anymore because you are just bombarded online with news from this way and that way and that way and this way and which way, every way. And in some of it, vast majority of it, I think, isn't reliable. And it used to be you can pick the news that you consumed, which meant that there was competition. You know what I mean? Like, people had a incentive to be honest because they wanted you to pick them. So you picked the ones that you felt were the most credible most of the time. But now the news finds you, and it does it in a weird way because it's based on your algorithm. So you're not finding news, you're finding echo chambers online. It's because of the algorithms that show you more of what you look into. So then I didn't hear about no storm in Florida. Why didn't I hear about a storm in Florida? I maybe should have heard about a storm in Florida. It probably would have been, I don't know, or if people are dead or whatever. Like, I have no idea what's going on. This is the first I've heard about it, but maybe it's something I should have heard about. But the algorithm didn't show it to me. I got different news. And even Dave and I will be hanging out, and he gets different news. And not necessarily, like, we're not getting wrong news. We're not getting lies. Maybe we're getting some lies. But it doesn't matter. The point is, we are getting different news. We're not getting the same news anymore. There's the national news these days is just I don't know what's the word, diluted with, because I could literally go online right now and create a news site. In fact, I've done this. I worked for Platoon 420 where we would take news articles about people being arrested for weed and we would rewrite them to make it sound like the people arrested for weed were victims of a home invasion by armed thugs and a kidnapping, and they're being held for ransom. That was how we did it. And we were a news agency. But that's not the way it happens no more. You know what I mean? You don't get to pick the news that you consume. The news picks you, and it finds you. And like I said, it's based on the algorithm. So we're not getting accurate, like, we're not getting news. We're getting echo chambers. And it's not good for anyone. I don't care which side you're on. I don't care what your beliefs are. If you're only getting an echo chamber, that's what causes extremism. That's an extremist, like, recipe. You know, it's just giving people echo chambers because it just aggravates and aggravates these more and more until you're just so angry that some people will be extreme about their response. Maybe if we would get balanced news, That's just my bitch about it. Anyways, I don't know what's going on in Florida. That's what got me on this rant. The algorithms of how you want to be programmed to the news and your biases is with water and hurricane season. I just study weather patterns different. Ohio not weed friendly. Yeah, I do know Ohio's not weed friendly. I active well, I don't know. Idaho's not weed friendly, but it's not as bad as Indiana. Indiana, they have the saying that you go there on vacation and you leave on probation. So I honestly would rather drive through Idaho than Indiana. I've actively driven around Indiana to avoid, or yeah, into Ohio to avoid Indiana. So, but not yet. Michigan's totally surrounded by states that want to put you in jail for pot. I'm not much of a fan of getting my freedom taken away for weed. Idaho's another bad one too. Idaho, they'll put you in jail real quick for pot. Um, you know, that's just so ridiculous to me. Like, you literally have crimes like property crimes, crimes where there's actual victims. You know what I mean? And you're putting people in jail for fucking pot. Pathetic. Is Nevada a pot state or a no pot state? Sharon asks. Nevada is a pot state. Nevada has legal weed. And their market's not bad either. As far as like the weed markets go, the one thing I really appreciate about Nevada's weed market is that it's they put their terpene printouts on all of the strains. So you can, any strain that you're interested in, you can ask for what terpenes are in it, and whoa, bro. They'll print out, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but some car just went nuts. Anyways, they'll print out the terpenes for you, and you can actually like know what you're putting in your body. So 15 people in here. Don't get to hit the like button, guys. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now. It's kind of silly how they hide the like button under the chat. Like, it should be available for everybody. But yeah, Nevada's got a decent market. Their prices are a little bit higher than like Oregon's or Michigan's, but they've got decent quality. I like the reggae weed. Is that what you're saying? Reggie weed? I don't know what that is, bro. And I'm gonna have to figure out lunch here pretty soon. And I'm at a grocery store, so I guess that would be pretty easy to figure out. Mexico weed is the best. You're talking about that Mexican brick weed, dude. I don't know. I mean, here's what I will say. Here's what I'll say about that. Mexico's got best food in the world. You know what I mean? Mexico's got some of the most beautiful women in the world. Mexico has a long, rich cultural history and cultural practices. I love learning the language, but your weed shit, bro. Your weed shit. It's just, it is what it is. That's why we had to put the border up, because you kept bringing that dirt weed into here. We had to. I'm just kidding. Hopefully you can take a joke. But I do remember that Mexican brickweed from growing up, man. It used to get me high, dude. It used to get me high. But now that I've had good weed, I think it would just give me a fucking headache. Do you remember when, like, you would... Dave and I were just talking about this. You'd open up the bag and you could just shake out all the seeds, because they didn't give a shit if there was a male plant nearby. They didn't trim their shit. They just, like, cut the plant down, shoved it in a bag, and bricked it up. Fucking Mexico weed though, bro. You need a hug if you're still smoking that. I bet you that stuff's like cheap as fuck, like $50 for a fucking pound or something. You probably couldn't give that stuff away. You'd have to turn it into hash. You'd have to, and it would be terrible hash. It would be absolutely shit hash. I like these Xteras. I mean, they're terrible on fuel, but I've always liked them. Maybe I'm crazy. Hash is good with a blunt. Yeah. It's hard to find hash anymore. Nobody makes hash anymore. You gotta make your own. If you get those like micron bags, you can make your own bubble hash. But nobody, makes hash anymore. That guy definitely beats his wife. I wish that dispensaries would do like more of that kind of stuff, like hash and whatnot. Like have like a craft. Just people stop buying hash. Maybe that's why. Like, I remember dispensaries did have hash, but maybe people just weren't buying it. I feel like when you go to Amsterdam, that's mostly what they have is hash. I think they've concentrated pretty much all their weed. Yeah, I would definitely buy some hash if a dispensary was selling it. Because, man, I mean, hash is good in a blunt, but you can, like, make that last for a while. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, 9 likes. We're getting up there. People be liking it. I'm just chilling in the shade in this grocery store parking lot. I was driving, but it is very hot today. I don't have air conditioning in here. It's not so bad in the shade. I got my fan on me. I know you guys can't really see it, but I've got the fan blowing on me. I accidentally turned my screen off. My bad. Now I can't see what is happening here? Did I do that? Now I can't see my damn camera no more. I don't know if I'm even back. Oh, I can see okay, so it is working because I can see this, but my camera is actually black. I can't see myself anymore. That's weird. Anyways, YouTube's got issues. I have some my buddy got me a few years back, and it's like rock, and that's no fun. You're good. Yeah, I accidentally turned off my screen, but when it came back, I don't have my camera anymore. I can't see myself. It's weird. Oh, that fixed it. Doing it again fixed it. Okay, I'm good with it. Whatevs. YouTube's got issues sometimes, man. Like, my chat will stop showing up. Like, I can still see the chat on the screen, but, like, I won't get any new chats. And I've never been able to figure that out. So, there's a lot of icons around when you're live streaming that I don't mess with. Like, once I start streaming, I've been getting some pictures and videos of my kiddo and my grandson that I'll be sharing with you guys as soon as I can, but I can't do it while I'm live streaming through the phone. If I had my laptop here and everything, I would, but I'm only going to be here for a few days, so then I got to go back, and then it's time to leave. Dave and I are going to be doing some repairs to the motorhome. I've got those, I bought the tie rod ends, which I've got them behind me right now. I bought a grease gun, I bought grease. So we got to get all that swapped out on the motorhome when I get back, and then we're off. We're taking off. It's time to go. Hopefully I can get the funds for my license because, and here's what, yeah, I really need that before I go. I just got a message that says that they're impounding people's vehicles near the slabs, in the area of the slabs. Um, which they usually don't enforce impounding. Like, they give you a ticket if you don't have insurance or registration or whatever. But now they're starting to just take people's cars, and that's. I just saw the message pop up. That sucks. Sucks when you live that far away from services and they take your. Sometimes your house, you know what I mean? Oh god, though, I do need a hug since I'm with Mexico Weed and I'm driving in reverse with the sheriff's department waiting for me to hit something or someone. Yeah, bro. Maybe your transmission would work if you'd stop buying all that Mexican weed and actually buy yourself a Mexican mechanic. Because I'll tell you what, man, those guys will get it done with like, $50 and some duct tape. They'll get your shit working again. See if they'll trade you some Mexican weed for some Mexican mechanics. You know what? Like, I should start doing that. I should start driving my van down to Mexico. Like, I take the dogs to Mexico when they need care, when they need vet care. I take myself to Mexico when I need dental care. Maybe I should start taking my car to Mexico when it needs repairs. I'm gonna start looking into how much it costs to. Dude, I just don't want them to take my shit and strip it and be like, here's your frame. Like, oh, someone stole your car in the middle of the night. Because I totally did stay at a hotel in Mexico one time, right on the border of Mexicali. And I stayed at this motel. And I was watching this. There was a mechanic shop across the street. And all I was doing is watching, like, American cars go in there all day long, all night long, and never come out. And I'm like, dude, that's a chop shop for sure. 100% a chop shop. Like right there across the border. People drive these cars in, get paid. Anybody need parts? El Gato. Yeah. Motorhomes don't run on tacos, right? You need to put gasolina in there. I'm assuming that's how you say gasoline. I actually don't know. I think it's gasolina, but I'm probably wrong. Just sounds like a feminine word. This is one of those Safeways that the shopping cart wheels lock. They lock up if you walk too far away with the cart. One time, I remember going to the spot that my RV only would fit into the back of the parking lot. And I walked through the whole parking lot, did all my grocery shopping, and I was walking back to the motorhome. And apparently that part of the parking lot, it locked up the cart. So I had to like get in front of it and just drag it all the way to my motorhome with all this shit in it because it was so heavy. While the security guard watched me trying to get all my groceries to my fucking RV. And then I left it there. I'm like, nope, you guys can come get it. I'm not dealing with that shit. Like, you don't even let me go to the whole parking lot with it? No, you guys can drag it back. I wish that the cart narc had seen me that day. I'd make him take it back. You know what'd be even funnier, El Gato, is if you're actually some white dude with the cat in Spanish as your name. The 400 is what I need. And if anyone has one laying around, let the Gato know. Dude, there's an Xterra on that side too. Or is that a Pathfinder? I think that might be a Pathfinder, actually. Actually, no, that's an Xterra. Dude, there's an Xterra on both sides of me. I've always liked these, but they're like fucking 16, 15 miles a gallon, sometimes less. The the 400 is what I need, and if anyone has one laying around, let me know. What do you mean the 400? I need 400. If anyone has an extra 400 laying around, all my links are in the description of this video. If anyone wants to sponsor a gallon of gas, or sponsor me renewing my license, there's my links right there. Damn, it gives me a crown and everything. That's bougie. It's fancy. You guys ain't got no crowns. Oh wait, and they do have crowns now for you guys. Top fans. It's funny, the top fans, it gives me your name instead of your channel name or whatever. It gives me a different name, so I don't know who this is, but I don't want to dox you because I think this is your actual name, so I'm not gonna say it. But you're the top fan. Oh, it's Sabretooth. Yeah, I'm not gonna say Sabretooth gets a crown. Number 1, Sharon. Number 2. How much is a license? I've had my license since I was 18. So I've had my license a long time also. But my license expired. So I just have to renew it. If it's the real ID, it's $130. I've already got $30 donated to me towards it. So I need 100 more. If it's not the real ID, then I think it's only like $80 to renew it. And I think it's like $80 to renew it. But I wouldn't be able to get on a flight or anything, which means either I have to go get my real ID another day or my passport. Which I'm actually kind of leaning towards doing that. Renewing the license and then just getting the passport. But yeah, $100 would cover that, and that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, that's your name. Yeah, for sure. See, it gives me your name instead of your, like, it doesn't say Sabretooth, and it should. If you ask me, it gives me your actual name. Not your actual name, but whatever name you put in for your channel or whatever. I don't know where they get the 2 names from, but... Oh, a turbo. Your transmission is a turbo 400. But a TH 400. I see. You need a new transmission. I have the real ID just to visit Canada. Let me see what I can do. I don't think the real ID isn't a passport. We've had this conversation on here before. The real ID isn't a passport. It doesn't allow you into other countries. It just means that you can fly. You can get on a plane, enter government buildings, things like that. So, $100 would be nice though. Be a nice sponsorship. If anyone wanted to donate a coffee, that ain't $100. That's like 10. I think there's an app that tells you where all the cheap diesel stations are, gas stations. I don't have that app. I should probably get it. You might be thinking about, there's an app called Gas Buddy. I use for my gas an app called Upside. I think that's what it's called. Let me look. Yeah, it's called Upside. And Upside is they give you cash back for getting fuel, which is pretty sweet. And once you get up to, I think it's like $15, you can cash out. And it doesn't take long to get up to $15. Sometimes it's really good deals. Like, let me look. This one's 13 cents per gallon cash back on regular. And then 13% cash back inside of the store if I go to Circle K. So I get 13 cents off per gallon if I go to Circle K. Yeah, Upside's pretty good. I like it. Let me, I thought there was a way to, there it is. I'm gonna put this in the chat. If anybody wants to use Upside, I'm gonna try to put. If you go to Upside and download it, and you use this code, there you go. If you use that code, if you go to Upside, download it, use that code, we'll both get like an extra 13 cents off or 20 cents off per gallon on your first purchase. So, hey, that would help me out. And it'll help you out. And it's free. You just download the app. They also do cash back at restaurants too. It's really easy to use. I use it all the time. In about a year, you'll probably end up with like $200 or $300 in cash back that you could cash out once a year and just have a few $100 in your pocket. So if you download the app Upside, use that code, and that's my code, and we'll both get, I think it's 20 cents off per gallon. Let me see what it says. There's usually it tells you somewhere. I don't know. The app is very basic. It's not like a bright, colorful app. You know what I mean? It's very simple. But no, I'm not seeing it. In any case, I think we do both get help, or both get some cents off. There's supposed to be. It's so weird. Maybe it needs an update. Anyways, yeah, that's the app I use. But Gas Buddy is the other one. Upside's a good one. I like it. You can also get, like I said, cash back at restaurants. You know, a certain percentage back at restaurants if you want to go out to eat. Sometimes it's not just restaurants, but fast food. Whatever restaurants, businesses want to sign up for it. But the gas is really why I use it. Like I just said, 13 cents off a gallon. That's quite a bit. Any snowy mountains for snowboarding? I really want to snowboard down Mount Everest. How's everyone's day? What a transition. Yeah, there's no snowy mountains where I'm at right now, but you wouldn't want to snowboard down them in the summer. But I mean, are you talking about like in America or here in Salem? Because here in Salem, there ain't no mountains. But if you drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours, there's mountains. They don't have snow on them. I mean, they have some snow on them, but not enough to snowboard. You can't ride down, but they got that stuff. What did I do with that joint? Oh, here it is. Here it is. After this live stream, I'm gonna have to go get fuel. Speaking of, and I'm gonna use Upside to get fuel, and I'm gonna get 13 cents off a gallon. It's still kind of pricey though at this spot, because gas is $3.74, but with 13 cents off, it's $3.61. But that's still kind of pricey. Actually, that's a little bit high. But even like Little Caesars is on here, 22% cash back. Another Little Caesars is 24% cash back. Applebee's 15% cash back. 7-Eleven 5 cents cash back. Papa John's 19% cash back. So it's not just gas, but I primarily use it for gas. Let me see how much gas is at like Arco. There goes the nicer of the two Xteras. $3.70 at Arco. So it is cheaper to use Upside. Alright, Arco's usually the cheapest in town. So I'm going to use the app now here in Salem. There isn't any Upside locations in Bend. So I haven't been able to use it down there. Fuck yeah, they're about. Oh, anywhere. Yeah, there's tons of mountains. Where are you from, Sabretooth? That I mean, America's huge. We got plenty of skiing mountains here. Mount Bachelor would be a good one I'd recommend, but it's also kind of pricey. There's probably cheaper ones than that. I could go to Iceland, but I don't know. But I don't know. That's cold. Sounds like fun. Enjoy your time. Thank you for hosting anything fun for the rest of your week. Just visiting my grandson some more. Got to meet him yesterday. Got to spend some time with my daughter, and we had a really good visit. Yeah. But I'll be spending more time with them. We might go camping. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then when I get back to Bend, I need to do repairs on my motorhome. And then Dave and I are going to hit the road, man. We're heading south. It's time to go. We're going to be in Sacramento area for a little while. And then from there, I don't know where I'm going to be. But that's basically the bare bones plan for the rest of the week. And into next week. I spent an absolute shit ton of money on the motorhome this month already, and it's still only the 4th. But yeah, I've spent like $400 or $500 on the motorhome, so money towards coffee. Did you send me something? I didn't get a notification. Weird. Money towards your coffee. Heck yeah. I'd love some money towards my coffee. Let me check my apps, because sometimes it doesn't give me a notification until I open the app, and then it's like bzz, right as soon as I open it. Really, Venmo is the one I have the most issues with notifications, but sometimes the other ones do it too. Really, I just need to hit that $1 billion Powerball, because no one's hit it, but it's up to $1 billion, bro. Let's check it out. Let's see how much it is. It's over $1 billion now. No one hit it in the last drawing, September 3rd. Few results. Let's see. No jackpot winner. 1, 2, 3, 4 people won $10 million or $2 million. Someone from Michigan, someone from Texas, Wyoming, and Oregon. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people won $1 million. None of them from Oregon. But I do have a ticket in my motorhome. Maybe I'm that $2 million winner. What if I did? What if I won $2 million? That'd be pretty sweet. I totally did. My ticket's just sitting in the motorhome. Dave's already swapped them out. But the next jackpot, check this out, is $1.44 million or $1.44 billion. Cash value of $654.3 million. $650 million. And that doesn't include state taxes, but $650 million. That is wild. That's crazy. 117 people won 50,000. 3,000 people won $100. 8,800 people won $100. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's two different ways to win $100. Yep. $650 million would be, man, some of you would be getting paid. I'd be sending money to a lot of you who have donated before. That would be fun. What's the first thing, like, not selfish, but like gratuitous, I guess would be the word. What's the first thing you'd buy yourself? Not to help anybody, not to like be altruistic. What's the first thing that you would buy yourself if you won $650 million? Because that's what it's up to now. Hey, thank you, Sharon. Sharon just sent 35 towards my license. So that means I'm up to $65 to get my license renewed. That's pretty sweet. I would split it with you, man. That's what you would do. But yeah, that's the altruistic thing. But what's the first thing, like selfish thing that you would buy yourself? Oh, these people are definitely hippies. A house. First thing you'd buy is a house. Probably like a real sick house too, right? Or would you just get some like split level, one story? Mischief says buy 70-foot yacht and never touch land again. Sharon says someone match me on $35 for Zig's license. How much do you got now for the license? I got now I'm up to 65. Lisa would get a cabin in Big Bear. Hell yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of torn on what I would buy myself. It's a toss up between like going straight to the lot to buy like probably special order a pickup. Or it would be getting a Super C RV. There's a motorhome type out there called Super Cs. They're like the big, it looks like the front end is a semi truck, but it's really a motorhome. Yeah, one of those. It's kind of a toss up between those two things. $650 million would be absolutely life changing. My old family farmhouse I lost after my mom passed away a few years back. Yeah, that's sad. And that's sad, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. There's some heirlooms that I've lost in my life too, so I get that. But I don't have the option of getting them back. I wouldn't even know where to begin finding them. Buy entire burnt land oceanfront Malibu. Dude, that's already happened, dude. It's already been scooped up. Same with Maui. Just like happened in Katrina, man. Just when everything burned down, it's like free demolition for developers to come in. Like, oh, we didn't have to pay for the demolition of this entire neighborhood. So the developers buy that shit up. Almost probably bought it up while it was burning. You know what I mean? It started to anyways, like initiated those steps. They're like, oh shit, they're burning. Hell yeah. Hey Suzanne, get so-and-so on the horn. We're gonna buy up Malibu. You only need $69 more and you can get your DMV license. Actually, I think that if I just renew the license and not get the real ID, it's only $80. So 20 more would get me there. Um, 20 more would get me there, and then I could just get my passport for all the other stuff. For all the things that you need a real ID for, I could just get my passport and use that. And I should get my passport anyways. So I'm gonna lower that goal to $80. 80, I think it's 83 or 85. So like 20 more bucks would get me to my licensing goal. I wish there was somewhere cool I could drive you guys to. I don't know Salem well enough. You know what I mean? To like, um, hmm. Yeah, I'm next to the Willamette River. And I'm looking for like a park nearby on the river, but there isn't any. Not on this side of the river. There's some on the other side, but um what is this? It kind of might look cool. Nothing cool in Salem. Yeah, I know. I know. I know where I'm at, dude. You're not wrong about that. I know where I am. Saberty says a Shelby GT 500 car. Eleanor is the one you're talking about. The one with pontoon RV, but would rely rather give back to those in need to be on the rear. If I won lottery, there would be a lot of kind people who had helped me out. Yeah, for sure. And that's why I said like, not the altruistic things. All of us, I think, I think that if we, most people, if they won the lottery, they would do some good things with it, too. I was more curious about like, well, what's the selfish things you would do? Oh man, my phone's getting hot up there. Yeah, move that. You know what I can do? Oh man, do it backwards. Every time. Do it backwards. Every damn time. Okay. Oh, I dropped you guys. My bad. Um, Bear with me while I fix all this. I had to cover up the window because my phone was overheating, getting hot. Don't mind my, it's so bad. Yeah, you're not wrong though. Nothing in Salem. That is true. Dude, I feel like the people next to me are on fentanyl. They're like nodding off in their car. Maybe they're not hippies. It's wild. It's so hot outside. People, man, shit's not good for you. Let's see here. Are you gonna stay? I won't be driving back to camp until this evening, like late evening. My daughter gets off work later today, and I'm gonna spend some time with her and her family, and then I'll drive back to camp tonight. Probably, like last night, I didn't get out of here until like 9. I'm gonna try to get out of here a little. It was like 9:30. I'm gonna try to get out of here a little sooner than that tonight. Um, but my daughter has Friday off, all day off. So, um, so hopefully that's, you know, I'll be able to spend more time with her tomorrow. I think I want to go vacuum out my van too. That's something else I could do today. My van's needs to be vacuumed out. Saber Juice says I like rivers. That's cool. I like rocks. I'm not retarded, but I like rocks. How about a jet and a couple of crew members fly anywhere? Fly anywhere. So like I've thought about that before. The jet. I even mentioned this to Dave, wherein I said I would like to get like a fleet of jets and then start a charter company, but I get to use my jets whenever I want. But you could buy a whole bunch of private jets and start a charter company for like rich people to fly around, which means you'd have to have crew members and, you know, stewardess and all that jazz. So I'd buy a few jets. What is something I would buy? Yeah, it would either be it'd be like a customized pickup truck, a diesel truck, or it would be the Super C brand, like the Super C motorhome. There's a few different types of motorhomes: Class A, Class B, Class C. I would want a Super C with a toy hauler. That's what I would get. River Rapids Park. Yeah, I need to go somewhere that's got some shade. And I'm probably gonna hit up a car wash somewhere along the way to like vacuum out the floorboards here that's just been camped in for a while, you know. Sharon, I'm tapped out. You helped so much, Sharon. Thank you very much. You've gotten me almost all the way to renewing my license, so I really appreciate that. Sharon's sent $35, you guys, towards my license, and yeah, it's super helpful right now, because when I go back from Salem back to Bend, we're gonna do the repairs on the motorhome, and then we're going to Salem. I'm not gonna be able to renew my license, so. Are you from this area, Mischief? Is that why you know Salem so well? Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I know where I'm at. Salem doesn't have much. I'm not a big fan of this spot. It's just where my daughter lives, you know. It's where my grandson is, so. But I wouldn't like come here on purpose, like otherwise. Usually I just. My experience in Salem has been a lot from working, right? From being in the military, because the military department was here in Salem. And then I worked for the state of Oregon. So the state of Oregon's headquarters was here in Salem, because this is the capital of Oregon. So it's the head of all the government agencies. So my experience is always coming here for work, and always going to like the Capitol building for work. And so, Not a fan of this place. It's just, you know, yeah, it's not very outdoorsy. Okay, these people are awake now, and now they're fighting. Maybe they're not on fentanyl. What's up, Sparking? Welcome to the chat, dude. Sparking across America. Yeah, I thought these people were on fentanyl, but they're not, dude. They're actually on, I don't know, they're fighting with each other, and they're arguing. I'm a little blown away at your channel, Sparking. Because you have, dude, you have over 1,000 subscribers. But not very many videos, and that's really impressing. That impresses me. Dude, these people next to me are arguing. It's wild. She big mad. No, Zag isn't with me right now. Dave is watching Zag back at camp. Saber2 says, thank you for your service. Thank you. I appreciate that. The amount of views I have is even more impressive. Let's take a look at how many views you have. Is it impressive because it's high, or is it impressive because it's low? Okay, this video has 3 views. This one has 10. This one has 182. This one has 7. How in the absolute shit did you get 1,700 subscribers, dude? Hang on, I gotta look at your other... Is it your Twitter? I don't have Twitter. How is this happening? Oh, you have even less activity on your Twitter. But there's a link there for it. What is happening right now? How is that happening? Who's gonna win the fight? What fight? What fight's gonna happen? Oh, this fight. I don't know, the one who cries the most, maybe? It's usually how it goes. Whoever, like, yells the loudest is more right. She big mad. That's what I don't like about cities, is that there's no privacy. No privacy in a city. You have a total of 1 million views. How am I not... I'm not seeing the video that have given you 1 million views. Did you remove some videos or something? Oh, let me look at your live streams. Nope, that's not it. I don't know, dude. I'm totally baffled by your channel. I don't see a video with 1 million views, though. Did you remove some videos? Oh, you just posted a screenshot on Twitter. How does this happen? Media. I don't actually have a Twitter. I don't think it'll show me. It wants me to log in. But I'm actually not seeing anything on Twitter. On whatever it's showing me on Twitter. It's still baffling. How does that happen, dude? How'd you do that? I have no idea how many total views I have over the lifetime. Let me look. Total views. Analytics. Views. Lifetime. What am I at? I'm at 679,000 views. 679,000 views total. So you got more views than me. It's like 7 videos. Crazy. It's actually been a minute since I've really looked at my analytics. I have one video, my most popular video, has 144,000 views. But it's a short that has like nothing to do with my channel. I used to live stream playing the game Dying Light, and not too much in America, but it's under countries. They love that games, other countries, so they love the game, so I would get a ton of views. Okay, I never played Dying Light. Is it weird that I'm back in the van? Do you guys like this more? $650 million. There's definitely some. I would make a whole new YouTube channel, you guys. A whole new. This one would just disappear, and I'd make a whole new one. And it would be called Dying Poor, and that would be my goal. I would die poor. That would be my whole goal. I'd give so much away. It'd be ridiculous. First thing I would do is give Dave like $20. Pretty busy parking lot, but at least it's got shade. I did have to put this thing up because the heat of the day is coming, you know what I mean? Definitely should have cooked food before I left camp. That would have been wise. Yeah, I'm trying to pull my chat back up. There it is. My experience is rain in Salem. We are west of the Cascade Mountains, so along the I-5 corridor and the 101, definitely a lot more rain. How is it that you have money for weed, money for cigarettes, money for the soda you're drinking? I'm not drinking a soda. What are you, high? Yet you can't pay for your license or gas. I don't know. I guess you're just gonna have to figure it out, dude. I don't owe you an explanation. Weed here is cheap. Cigarettes are a bad habit. I should probably quit that. You're not wrong, but you don't have to donate. Here's the beautiful thing about this platform here. You don't have to donate, and you can judge me all you want for my life. Um, I just don't care. I don't care how you feel about it. But I don't have the money for the license, so I hope that you figure out a way to deal with that somehow. However it is that you need to deal with that. But if you don't want to donate, you don't have to. That's the beautiful part. Is this your first time talking to me? It definitely is. That's your first and only comment ever on my channel. Like, that's really how you introduce yourself? Bro, that's a weird flex. Let's see your channel. So nothing on your channel. So you're just a troll. I got you. I got you. I get trolls sometimes, dude. It's cool. Some people get bored. Sabretooth. Man, Twitter is old. Just like Instagram, but both are still good if you're ever in Michigan. I recommend Lettuce, a new weed store. Has anyone ever chased tornadoes? I have not chased tornadoes. No, I haven't ever chased tornadoes. I don't know. Is Twitter old? I mean, now it's called X, but YouTube is probably older, isn't it? I just don't. I've never been on Twitter before. Once I found out they called them, the people on there, they called them tweeple, I was like, I'm good with that. I don't need to be a tweeple. So yeah, wait till you find out I also still have money for like my phone bill. And I have money for like fuel. I don't know what gas you're talking about, but I just fueled up $177 into my motorhome. Also got $50 in propane put into my motorhome. Also just did the dump for my motorhome. I also just bought parts for my motorhome. Bought a grease gun and 2 tubes of grease for the motorhome. And yeah, I spent $40 on pot. Dude, chill the fuck out. Like, this is the second time someone's actually brought up the weed thing. I'm gonna explain something to you guys. I don't have to justify to fucking any of you why I use weed. It's medicinal. I don't have to explain shit to anybody. And if you don't like that that's something I use medicinally, don't donate to me. It's that simple. It's not even like I'm a fucking adult. I don't have to justify to anybody that I smoke weed, and I'm never going to. If you feel a certain way about the fact that I smoke pot, get a fucking diary and write about it. Like, I don't give a shit about your feelings. Like, not if you're gonna just sit there in judgment. Fucking walk a mile in my flip-flops, dude. It's ridiculous. We're adults. And I don't have to explain shit to anybody. Sorry, it's the second time someone's brought the weed thing up recently. And it bugs me. Like, you wouldn't get mad at me if I was taking a ton of medications from the VA. That would be cool though, right? Like, fucking ridiculous. MySpace is old, but MySpace was the best one so far. No, it's even older than MySpace is GeoCities. Does anybody remember GeoCities? It was like the first social media where you can make your own web page, and it was like a build your own page, and you got your own address, and you could visit other people's, and there was like a map for everyone's pages. Really, it was just like a map. But that was the first one. It didn't last long before MySpace showed up on the scene. But GeoCities was pretty good. It's fun but scary. What's fun but scary? What do you think the best city you've ever been in? Damn, that's tough, honestly. That's a hard one because it's like picking your favorite kid. You know what I mean? Like there's not like really any one city where I'm like, oh, I love that spot forever. You know? There's some things I like about a few cities, like Bombay Beach. There's some things that I really like about Bombay Beach. There's some stuff I really like about, let's see, like Shasta is pretty fun, but there's also some things I don't like about these places too. Was Ashland, North Carolina, is another, or Asheville, one of the two. I think it's Asheville, North Carolina, because there's an Ashland in Oregon. That one's pretty good. Have you ever been to Metagraph? No. How big of a motorhome? Sabretooth asks. And what kind of license do I need to drive one? I'm 420 friendly. Let's smoke. Yeah. My motorhome, I think, is like 35 feet. But I also tow this van behind it, which, you know, drinks up a little bit more of my gas. It's a diesel pusher, and I just have a regular license. I don't need... it depends on which state your license is from. If you're registered in Oregon and your license is from Oregon, you don't need a special license to drive a motorhome. Some states you do, though, depending on how heavy or how long or what kind of equipment the motorhome has. You might need a CDL for it, but in Oregon you don't need that. No special license for most motorhomes in the States. And yeah, that's, again, depends on the motorhome and it depends on the state. Yeah. Oh, chasing tornadoes is scary but fun. Yeah, I've never chased a tornado before, but I did watch Twister. I bet it would be. I bet it would be. I bet chasing tornadoes would be pretty fun. Oh, that was from yesterday. And that was not very good. We're drinking a soda. Oh my god. God forbid a homeless veteran gets a fucking soda. Jesus Christ. Fucking people. That's a nice car. It's an Audi. Can't see it very well because the tint in my window is just trashed. Anyways, I'm gonna go find something to eat, and I'll talk to y'all later. Sabretooth says, if you had to visit anywhere in the world, where would you go, and what would be the first thing you would do? If I can go anywhere in the world. I have no idea. I'd like to go to New Zealand. That would be something I'd like to go check out. New Zealand sounds beautiful. You guys got, how about this? You guys got me for, how long have I been streaming? You guys got me for another 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take off. I'm getting kind of hungry. I need to either cook some food or get some food. And I'm right here at a grocery store, so. Jack in the Box, $3.99, burger, fries, and a drink, best deal in town. Actually doesn't sound bad. Let's see how far I am from Jack in the Box. Oh, it's a little bit of ways on the other side of town. Oh, the other side of town is 10 minutes. Oh, it's not quite the other side of town. Yeah, I'll probably go do that. I'll probably go get Jack in the Box. Thanks for that motivation, Mischief. Out there making mischief for everyone. I ran from a tornado in a semi. That was scary. I bet that was scary. I'm not downtown right now. River Road, closest one to downtown. Yeah, I'm not downtown at the moment. Oops. I'm on the west side. West side. Let's see, this one is 10 minutes away. I don't know which parking lot it's taking me to. Might be a Freddy's. No. Is that a Fred Meyer? What is this? I don't know what the hell this is. To be honest with you. In any case, that's where I'm gonna go. For $4, get a burger, fries, and a drink. I'm down. It's 10 minutes away. Oh, it's also really hot out here. Oh, that car left. That fighting couple. The sun's creeping up on them, so they took off. And I'm gonna take off too, you guys. Thanks for everyone for being here. Sharon, thanks for the kick down towards the license. I really hope that chaps that dude's ass. I really appreciate everyone who watched, all you guys hanging out. Sabretooth, welcome, dude. Mischief, you're always here, bro. I got my road dogs. I know who y'all are. Sparking, if you're still around. I know Dave was here earlier. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm hungry. But as always, smiles and smiles.